Yeah, just gonna start. All right,
Yeah.
let's just start. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome. We're gonna be jumping quickly into the game. I'm joined here with Enigma, so we're just gonna jump right straight into the game about now, and hop on with the teams. Let's go.
Right, there we go. NPL week one, day two. Free Ramsey here on the screen. Welcome everyone. I hope everyone's gonna enjoy all the mayhem we have loaded up here for you guys tonight. See a couple of teams already on the ground, looting, no action just yet. All the teams making sure they got exactly what is needed for game one. So everyone's gonna gun for that chicken dinner and kills. Hopefully, we see a lot of kills this game. I'm looking for very aggressive gameplay from a few teams here, seeing as yesterday's leaderboard game on out. So it's going to be interesting to see some of the bottom teams is chasing it in, seeing what they can do, if they can bump up that leaderboard. And then we'll also see those top dogs holding on to the pole positions to see who's going to be day two's winners. Now everything looks good. Oh, looks like we got Free Ramsey there. Getting a couple of vehicles starting to make the rotation. Ramsey's still running around. Looks like he has a buggy there in front of him. He's going to go take it, catch up with the rest of the teams there. You can see Ramsey is locked and loaded with his UMP. Brilliant weapon. Only a level 1 helmet though. Guessing he still needs a little bit more better loot. See now Ramsey now catching up to the rest of the teams. So the rest of the teams all over, spread out all over the map. Currently we got a nice little western zone. Nothing going on just yet. All the players are maintaining their compounds, still looting up. See a team 3 starting to rotate, looking for more vehicles. That's definitely going to be needed. Ramsey got himself a crew. Oh, look at that beautiful machine. Gotta love those PUBG Mobile skins. See them there running into a tree. Oh, they might just run right into Team 7 right there to the side. Let's see, what is Ramsey going to do? Or are they going to pull up to them, bro? You can see that Brumgo just keeping his eye on Ramsey. Oh, taking a couple of shots at TMZ, bro. And right around comes Ramsey again. He heard those shots. He sees his teammate losing health. And back he comes. Quickly putting up. Right onto Habitable Gaming. What is Ramsey going to do? Can he get a knock for his team? Can he initiate a push here? He's only got 2 players there right in front of him. So if they play smart, they can quickly, easily get himself 2 kills. As the rest of Habitable Gaming is very far away from them. Habitable also just a 3-man team. And Ramsey decides to crash it. Mando there with a nice little pre-fire. Oh, Ramsey takes down the first player. Well done, Ramsey. Taking out Iped. All down to Brango now. In from behind comes Jealousy. Let's see, where's Ramsey? Can he get another knock though? On Durango. Mando coming in there from behind. They got him completely surrounded. And down goes the entire team. You had Ramsey from in front, Mando from behind, and they take out Harold Gaming. In the kill feed, Apex taking down Atrix, Buren knocked and first today with a TBS. 3 kills so far for Free Gaming. Beautifully done. Yeah, that was a beautiful play here from Ramsey and Mundo. Ramsey crashing them right from in front while Mundo cover firing. And as soon as he got a first knock, Mundo came in from behind and they got completely sandwiched, taking out Habitable Gaming, picking up those first 3 kill points. Is this going to be the start of many for Free Gaming? Is Ramsey going to chase on more? They got Mundo on 1 kill, Ramsey on 2 kills. The rest of the teams, nothing happening just yet. Oh, they got a nice little shop here as well. So what is Ramsey going to buy himself? Probably a good little scope, new vest. No, he's going to keep that damage level 3 vest. I mean, what is a little blood on a vest? Mundo, completely level 2. He's got 3 nades and 2 smokes and 1 molly locked and loaded. Might just see a few throwables coming in here from Free Gaming. So where are they going to move to now? They have right there edge zone. So if they want to play edge, this is a pretty good spot to defend. Ramsey's still looking for more. 6 smokes. No nades, no mollies. Use it all on Habitable Gaming. Worked out perfectly though. And there we go. There is our map showing all the teams currently. Everyone quite split up all over the map. That's Raj, yeah. Checking the teams, rotating past them. No one crashing one just yet. 0 eliminations. You got Traitor, Kids, Chads, and Vibes. 3-man team in here from game 1. Will that cost them though, not being a full team? The rest of the teams are starting to make their way into zone. Still got about 4 teams outside of zone. And it looks like Team 3, they are going to keep that edge right here on this compound where I took out Habitable Gaming. Pretty decent compound if you know how to defend it though. They've got a nice little split up setup here. You've got 1 player in a vehicle ready to run if needed. 1 on the left side, 1 on the right side. They've got that compound locked and loaded. Solo is just sitting in a vehicle, casually waiting. Rams is going to take a little nap. He got his work in cut out for him today. Managed to get 2 kills already. He's just going to take a little breather. Let the hands stop shaking. Oh, and a nice little zone shift. They still got zone, but it's going to take a lot of teams outside of zone as the zone becomes a little bit more center, right over Pachinki and the farm area. Piripia just inside that zone. You only got about 5 teams inside of the zone currently. No gaming saved the zone inside of Pachinki. And the rest of the teams all gunning now for the remaining compounds inside of the zone. See here, Desperage. Where are they going to go? They still have zone though, but they're starting to move in a little bit more. Looks like towards Fury P if they go over the mountain. Let's see what his Vibe's going to do here. Traitor in front. Traitor the scout. Traitor looking for a decent compound for his team, though. Oh, Aatrox getting knocked there by Team Apex. And there we go. Easy knocked and first hit for Aatrox. I do believe Aatrox is the second team to get eliminated. They should have still have one more player. Yep, they do. Oh, and here comes a third party from Team 13 there. Apex still have 33-10 currently knocked there. CXLD, is he going to be able to get that revive on him? They do have Team 13 coming in there for a third party. Oh, what a beautiful save there from CXLD. Picked up 4 eliminations, taking out Aatrox completely. Now it's Team Apex versus there. Team 16 versus Team 13. Is Team Apex going to pick up 4 more kills? They've got right on the edge of zone. Let's see what a 6LD going to do here. Looks like he's looking for some more nades, mollies. He's only got 5 nades, got 0 smokes. Use it all to get his friend 3310 up. 3310 on 1 kill. You got CXLD there on 2 kills. And Casket 666 on a kill as well. Oh, there we go. First knocked. Team there. Getting knocked there, beautifully done by Casper. And in comes CXLD, just full sending it right in onto the roof. How's this we're going to play it? Oh, beautiful shot from CXLD, getting another knock in there for his team. He gets another knock in, and Team there, they're in trouble. It's all down to Dips. Dips, the last remaining player. In comes CXLD. Oh, DBS in his hands. Oh, he goes down. Teammates gonna come in. Are they gonna come in time? And they do indeed. 8 kills in total. Beautifully executed by Team Apex. CXLD there on 3 kills. 3310 on 3 kills. And Casper on 2 kills. And this is a great start for Team Apex. They're gonna be super happy with that engagement. Beautifully executed. Got that first knock. CXLD just full sending it in right onto the roof. Getting 2 knocks. And an easy full team versus 1 player left. Oh, but there go Casper down with another third party coming on in. He's going to get revived. Pretty easy, pretty fast. But you do have Team 12 already starting to pull up. That's Barrage right there on the edge. Inside the warehouse, taking the shop side on that breach side. Decent inside zone. Still 0 kills so far. 3-man team. But they do have a solid zone. Ooh, Team Mad might just run right into this team as they are busy shopping there for some decent new weapons. Or scopes, or throw bolts, whatever's needed. On the next zone shift, moving up closer towards Pachinki, taking that northern hill of Pachinki. And now you've got 3 Apex, X, this Barrage, all need to come into zone. Rage Esports out of zone as well. Only teams currently is No Gaming, Team Mad, 4 teams inside of zone.
Hey guys, what's up? How y'all
See
doing?
what is.
I've left you to handle this alone while I was handling the technical difficulties. I do apologize for that, but we are back. We are back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Taking a look at where all of these teams are currently situated. I think myself. I mean, you've just joined us today. How have you seen the game so far?
Man, Team Apex did an amazing two-team elimination right there on the western side of Katka. They pushed in beautifully, taking out Team Apex. That was our Team Aatrox, actually. Team Apex taking out Team Aatrox. Beautiful push right there, initiated by Team
Lovely,
CXLD
lovely
from Team
stuff coming
Apex.
through right there from all of these teams, looking quite great. They're shaping up for a beautiful encounter right here. You can see that Vibes is just taking a look. He's scouting around and trying to make sure that there's no one within those buildings, and I'm not sure there's anyone within that vicinity right there. As you can see on the map, a lot of these teams are all the way around that northern side. You got Team Mad, Knock and Lobby, No Gaming. A lot of these teams, all the way around that northern region. Team Apex, another team that has been getting into a lot of action lately, might be finding themselves in a little skirmish right here. They've got the boys from Fuji teams right in front of them. They're looking to see if they can begin to, take on that action right there. You can see them just inching, closer and closer, looking to see if they can begin to take on that encounter with them right now. Right now, they're already beginning to send in the shots into that position, but CLLD goes down and it's left to the rest of his teammates to somehow hold it out for them. The boys from Fuji teams are holding their own quite well. Will they be the team to stop the boys from Aatrox on their tracks? But it looks like 3310 is going to be going in for that revive, but he takes a moment to get that look at that name, Enigma.
Oh, beautiful name. Beautiful name. Now it's only got two remaining players left standing, Cage and Casket. Let's see here. Are they going to be able to get another knock and get a revive in? Cage going in for the revive, getting shot from the side. They're making it very difficult for Team Apex here to get back on their feet. Will they be able to do so? In comes the knock from the side. Beautifully done there by Casket. Oh, and just like that, vehicle explosion takes out Team Apex completely. Beautifully done, picking up 2 kills there. They did lose 1 player though. They can get a revive in on Gazzy, but at least they stopped the Kings there, right in their tracks with a vehicle explosion. Beautiful nade there. A little bit of a solo push coming in there from Team Folk around the corners. But in the end, they did manage to get that first knock on CXLD, and as well as that second knock, which turned
absolutely amazing stuff coming through right there. As you've seen them been able to pull out what is, a really feisty fight coming up against the Team Apex, and Team Apex was going absolutely wild throughout, the entire game. But I'm not sure if it was a third party that came through in that moment, but at the end of the day, we saw the boys from Apex come out fully on top right there. But speaking about teams coming out on top, we'll take a look at the map and see where all of the remaining teams are currently situated. Apex being stopped on the tracks by the boys from Fugitive Esports. And now we're seeing all of these teams looking to see if they can continue on to move towards a good spot within that zone. Do make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let me know if the audio is good, guys. I have a little bit of audio issue coming through, which I was trying to solve. But if the audio is okay for you guys, then I might just try to pay attention to that at the end of the games. All right, but in the meantime, let's continue to pay attention to where all of these teams are currently beginning to rotate. Now the boys from Fugitives are deciding, to start to head, into the zone, and you can see that the boys from Fugitives have their sights locked on to several different teams in front of them. They've got the boys from No Gaming, Rage Esports, as well as several different teams within the vicinity to really bother about. But they're currently playing around that edge, so maybe, just maybe, that might not be too much of a disturbance for them. We'll continue to see, what that means. But one of the players has gone down, that is Ghazi, who is currently knocked down. I do believe that has come in from a distance. I'd be curious to see if they can get that revived. But he was actually way outside the zone. I do think that maybe he was AFK. So Fujitabi Sports is just going into the zone with a two-man squad right there.
And there's not a lot of spots left open in the zone. With this next zone shift moving away from Pachinki, as everyone pushed into Pachinki, it's only the Pachinki Hill and all open field currently left. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to see a lot of teams dying now here, trying to get into this new zone. There is not a lot of cover. There's only one little compound, one little house left inside of zone. Rest is taken by Mad Esports on Pachinki Hill. They got it completely covered. 3 Esports on the side of the Pachinki, using that small little ditch area. So they've got zone, but this barrage, One, Rage, No Gaming, all of them, 0 Esports, all need to get into this small little zone. And everyone in Pachinki is going to have to fight their way out to get a small little space right there in that open field in front of them. This is going to be, what a bad zone. This is not an easy zone at all. It's all open field. 1 or 2 little hay bales you can use. So we're going to see a lot of smokes and a lot of vehicles being used as cover.
See, what that does mean for a lot of these guys right here, as they're trying as much as possible to get their way into a good spot within that zone. It's pretty much, like he said, not easy for a lot of these guys. You can see them now trying to edge into that zone right there, and it's proven really tough for them to find a spot to call their own. We'll continue to see, what that does mean. We see Yak put it up on next to, several different teammates. You've got One Nation right there in front of him, and I'm not sure if they're currently aware of his position, but we also see a skirmish going down right within that zone. I do believe it is No Gaming as well as, just sure.
Mad Gaming, right on top of the cheeky hill. Looks like everyone is gunning for that hill. It's got 2 teams right there in the field and one in the compound fighting as well. There is just no space left inside of the zone. Whoever wins this compound right there, which might be No Gaming, they've got the best chance to win it if they can keep them up and running. They're going to keep that compound right there on the edge of the new zone. But Pachinki Hill is just currently lit with players fighting their way up there to try and get an edge. The rest of the teams now coming in outside of Pachinki. No Gaming currently on 4 kills. Still a full team, and they are just hitting everyone currently going in there for the runners over there open field. Everyone is just open pickings. Down goes Weak. Eliminated as well. 4 kills only got stolen by another player. So only 4 kills still for No Gaming. Nigerian Esports fighting their way in. They actually stole that kill away from No Gaming. But No Gaming looking very strong in that compound on the edge of that zone. They got solid cover. And there's so many teams moving outside of Pachinki now. Look at them all there on that northern side of the small map. They all need to get into the zone, fighting one another, trying to get inside of a mountain. This barrage currently the only team inside of the mountain, with 0 Esports focusing on No Gaming in the compound, as that zone just moves away from the compound. But No Gaming is right there on the edge. It's going to be very easy for them to get a small little part of it. This barrage. Still a 3-man team. 2 kills on the board for this barrage. Beautifully executed in these rotations, reading the zone beautifully, and they've got that mountain locked down. They've got into that zone. Get knocked on down. See, no gaming now starting to push up that mountain. Right there on the edge. They've got people behind them inside of the blue as the play zone is just taking out one by one. See, now no gaming. They made it into that zone. They got so many people right in front of them. Idea currently knocked. Comes 007. Oh, down goes Deji by Rusty. Beautifully done. That's Rusty. Knocks out Deji. Now it's moving in forward. He's got Raging Spores in front of him. He's got Disparage Traitor. The loss from Disparage on that mountain in front of him as well. And Rusty's just moving on in with his thrower balls. He's got 5 nades. Will that nade be good? Will that nade hit? Oh, they're getting hit from all sides there. Not looking good for Rage Esports. As all of them are now. What a beautiful nade there from Traitor. Getting 2 knocks with 1 nade. And Deji is super low. Oh, down goes Ramsey. And no gaming. Can they move on in? There's no gaming versus Traitor. 5 players left. 1 on a hill off. It is a 2v1. And they can get it revived and make it a 3v1. X dollars starting to move in into that zone. The last remaining player for Team Extreme and Desperate Traitor. Last remaining player versus free from no gaming. Down goes Idea. And Emperor takes him down beautifully. Executed by Emperor there. Beautiful cover fire. And now it's a 3v1. It is all down $2. Oh, Rusty sees him. Beautiful shots by Rusty. And that is it. No gaming. They take game 1 of day 2. Beautifully done there. With 10 kills in total. Second place there, got 3 kills. Desperate in third place with 5 kills. The rest of the team's getting a kill here and there, just not the chicken that they wanted. But they've got 4 more games, I believe, still coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff coming through from all of these teams right here. Guys, we did have some problems with our audio. I'm going to try to see if I can fix it as quickly as I can. But if I'm going to check the stream. If the audio sounded okay for you guys, then that is it. But we'll take a quick break. We'll be back for some more action in a bit, and see you soon.
Do you think you've got what it takes? The challenge will be tougher than ever. think you've got what it takes? The challenge will be tougher than ever. In 2023, international esports has a new home. Over 100 nations fighting for the championship in a celebration of everything that makes esports great. Who will rise up to the challenge? Who will be the world champion?
And there we go. That is our leaderboard after game one. And yesterday, so we got 10-11 Gaming still leading that leaderboard with 69 kill total points. They got 41 eliminations, 28 placement, 20 points, 2 chicken dinners. Second place, you got Cyclone Shield Esports with 51, Active Gaming with 49, Extremist with 38, No Gaming currently with that chicken dinner in game one on 31 points. Bottom of the leaderboard, Capital Gaming, Desperage, Unsullied Army, Men of Blood, Dream Team, Invisibles, One Nation, and Free Esports. They got to take up that space and see if they can move up a little bit on that leaderboard. Aatrox going out second in game one. Also there at the bottom at 23rd with 0 points still on the board. They need to pick it up quite drastically here in game two of day two. And there we go. What a beautiful flight path there, right over San Martin and El Pozo. See quite a few teams gunning there forward towards San Martin's side. Well, we already have Zero Esports there taking Team Pala. Lost Leone is going to have one team as well with this barrage. But quite a few teams are gunning it right there. Center map inside of San Martin.
Absolutely.
Fire.
All of these teams are, just gearing up to, see who's going to be holding things down. We've got several different themes right here with us. I mean I don't know about you, but I mean I'm super duper excited for the action that's going to be happening, because we know Miramar is always one of those maps that does tend to be really spicy. We've got two teams. It is Aatrox and Free Esports who are really close to each other. But last game did show us some heavy hitters. I mean, we had the boys from Fugitive Esports take out Apex, and it's not quite often that you see that happening. And now we might also be seeing some action going out here. All right, so starting things off, we do have the boys from Extremist, and I'm not sure what team this is. It's actually Mad Esports together within this vicinity.
Two teams, Extremist and Team Mad. Oh, down goes Topic 19. Beautiful shots there by Yak from the Extremist, getting that first knock-in for his team. Is the Extremist going to make good on this push? They got one player knocked. 4v3 at the moment. So what are they going to do? What is Zombie going to do? Zombie getting out of that. Oh, it looks like they're all pushing onto that knocked player. How's Zombie going to place this one? Bring up a little bit closer towards Wolf and Dollars there. They got a full team. And Topic already back up. Top C19. And looks like they're not going to make good on that push. No Gaming getting knocked out by Habitable Jealousy in the kill feed as well. For some reason, for such a big map fire, it was always action-packed.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, when you have teams like this within the lobby, and a lot of these guys have, improved a whole lot. You do tend to see situations like this, and that's exactly, what is happening. All of these guys going absolutely wild.
I can see there Rusty getting a knock and confirm back onto Habitable Gaming. Making it free on both sides now. See what is Mad gonna do? Looks like they're trying to chase down the Extremist. They're still searching for him. As you can see, Arami there with the vehicle starting to flank around there.
Yeah,
with the
they're just
vehicle.
looking for that one opportunity to see if they can get that extra bit of knock. But we're seeing that the boys from Mad are pretty much just backing off a little bit. They're trying to just find themselves in a better situation, because remember that they were just two players within the vicinity of the boys from Extremist, and now it's probably going to be a better decision for them to just move away from the players right there, and that's exactly what they're gonna be doing. But it's not just them getting into, you know, later skirmishes all the way up on the other side. We do have the boys from Habitual, who have lost one of the players. It's Jealousy who's gone down, and it's left to Yummy and Brango and Weekend to somehow hold it down up against the boys from No Gaming. No Gaming came into yesterday's games not having quite the day, but let's turn our sights again back to the boys from Mad and the boys from Extremist, who look like they're about to make a push onto the boys from Mad. Amani and Cole had quite a good day yesterday. They got a winner chicken dinner. They found themselves all the way on the top of that leaderboard, but it will be Amani who does get dropped down this time around. He's currently, on top of that building as they're getting surrounded by the boys from Extremists who are not holding back on their push.
Yeah, beautifully done there. Wolf getting the knock onto Harmony and Yuck getting that other knock. So it's 2 knocked for Team Mad down to Steam. It's not looking very good for Mad Esports here at the moment. Yeah, how are they going to play this one? Extremist starting to push on in hard. Now down goes top C19 as well. And now it's all down to Squizzy. Let's see, what is Squizzy going to do? Is he going to be able to get 1 or 2 knocks maybe on Extremist? Is he going to pull something amazing here out of his head? He did pick up one of the players though, so it's back on a 2v4. They did lose top C19, knocked that first hit, man. He's still bleeding out. Sting slowly healing up. He's got Zombie right there in front of him. Let's see Squeezy not landing any of those shots. Oh, but there is Zombie taking down Sting yet again. And now it's all down to Squeezy.
Not hearing my voice.
Yeah, beautifully done.
Absolutely.
Beautifully done. Getting those 2 knocks and then confirming all those kills. 4 kills on the board. 4 Extremists didn't lose a player.
Lovely stuff coming down from the boys from Extremists right there as they got themselves those maximum eliminations to come through. Wolf and the rest of the boys being absolutely outstanding. Yak did not get any kills, but that does not tell the entire story as he was down with the action from day one. And he held it down for his boys. Wolf, Zombie, and Dollars coming in with the clutch right there up against the boys from Mad Esports, who were no pushover, by the way. They got a winner chicken dinner. They do find themselves all the way on the top of that leaderboard. Coming into this games, the boys from Mad were currently sitting down at the 6th spot. So definitely no pushover team. They got a winner chicken dinner yesterday. But now they're going out quite early in the second game of the night. So be curious to see if they can come back in tomorrow's games and try as much as possible to perform a lot better. We're going to keep an eye closely on that one and see how it does develop.
Yeah, definitely. We did have our first team got eliminated, which was Knock and Lobby, but he was only a solo player that got eliminated. And now we've got Mad Esports, a pretty good team, going out second place with 0 points on the board in game 2. That is definitely going to hit them hard on that leaderboard. But Extremists definitely be happy. They pick up 4 easy kills, 4 early kills in game 2. They've got a long way to go, but that is a good start right here inside of game 2 of day 2 on Rain.
Yeah, definitely.
NPL.
We'll see, how that one continues to build up in the NPL as all those teams are going absolutely violent. They're giving it their all. We're seeing teams like Apex, get taken out by Fujitsu Esports. It just goes to show that everyone is, just giving it their 100% right here, trying as much as possible to, perform up against any team that does come into play right here, and we'll see what that does mean as we continue to progress throughout the entire games right here. But regardless of that, guys, do remember to hit that like and hit that subscribe. Let us know what team that you're supporting, who you think is going to be standing up tall at the end of today's games. It is going to be super duper exciting to see who grabs the next winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this leaderboard is going to change. And it's quite early in rain split. So any points that any team makes is changing that leaderboard drastically. It's very interesting to see after day 2 who's going to be the new pole position. Oh, free foul play getting knocked there in the kill feed as Pelts gets knocked in first. And down goes Station as well. Not looking very good for foul play at the moment. Losing 2 players. All down to Curry, the last remaining player for foul play. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to team right on his back. Esports picking up
Your
2
foul play
quick
not
kills.
having the easiest of times right here as they do find themselves in a sticky situation, and they're down to just the last player. It's just Curry who's left in this position to try to keep their hopes alive, but it does look like he's just gonna try as much as possible to get out of dodge right there. Not too sure what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing something else on the other screen, and it just looked like a glitch on the other one where he seems close to them but he's actually far away.
Yeah, definitely a glitch. Foul play picking up 0 kills so far. 1 player left. All down to Curry. He's got a team right in front of him. See, what's he going to do? Will he get spotted though? Or is he going to get some placement for his team? Maybe get in the end zone, get 1 or 2
Yeah,
kills there.
I think definitely the goal for him right now would be just try as much as possible to get yourself into, a good spot and stay away from a lot of fights. I think that definitely would be the message for him. Just try to see if you can continue to push yourself all the way on top of that leaderboard, and that's exactly what he will be, trying to see if he can accomplish. But on the other hand, you have several different teams just trying now to get into, that zone. You can see it moving all the way towards that central region, and there's so many different teams all the way within that central spot. We're already seeing Knuckle Lobby getting into a fight right there. I do believe up against the boys from Fugitive Esports. Knuckle Lobby has lost 1 other player as the captain who's gone down, and Fugitive Esports are coming into this game with a different vibe to them right here. But right now we're seeing Theme being absolutely outstanding. He's evading the third party that's coming through from the boys from Free Esports, as well as taking on the boys from Free. He's turning his sights onto Ramsey. He does do a little bit of damage, but not able to drop him down. But on the other end, his teammates have been able to seal the deal up against the boys from Fugitive Esports, and Knuckle Lobby are continuing on with their impressive performances. They come into the NPL this season.
Yeah, beautifully. The Knuckle Lobby losing 1 player, picking up 3 quick kills. But man, Fing is just dropping things left, right, and center there. Beautifully done. Picking up 2 kills for his team. Almost getting down Ramsey. Now it is Free Esports are moving in closer. Looks like they're coming in for this third party. They're also just a 3-man team. So it's 3v3 that's coming on right here onto Knuckle Lobby. Is Free Esports going to be able to go? Oh, they do take down Fing. Beautifully done by Ramsey. Taking down Fing. Now it's a 3v2, but down goes Mando from the side. So down to TMZ and Rufai left for Free Esports. Ramsey up as well. 3v2. What is Knuckle Lobby going to do? Will they be able to fend off Free Esports right here? They only have 2 men standing, which is Shiki and Bala Blue. Oh, Shiki taking a lot of damage there from on top. Trying to throw a ball. Beautiful throw ball from TMZ. Taking down Shiki. And now it's all down to Bala Blue. See what is he going to do? And he's pushing on in and decides to turn around with his buggy. Is he going to go for placement? He's got all these players knocked. There's a 3-man. Oh, he crashed right into a tree. That is a bad crash. As he's lost all his wheels in the open. And it's not looking very good here for Knuckle Lobby at the moment. Beautifully done by Team 3. Beautifully executed. Getting that first knock onto Fing. And then taking down Shiki. Fing getting confirmed there.
All right, so the boys from from Nuck and Lobby down to the last guy, down to just Ballard Blue, and it's Free Esports who has come in at the very right time to try as much as possible to see if they can get those extra bit of kills. You can see Ramsey going in on the hunt right there, and it is his teammate Rufai who does get that last bit of elimination to seal the deal and take them out. They've gotten from the third parties a couple of kills, 6 kills to their name, but we've still got a lot of action going down in this game right here, as we do see that map reaching all the way towards that El Pozo region, and we'll probably just tune on to a couple of teams that are on that northern side. There was some extremists are still going on with the action right there, as they find themselves next to a couple of teams right here, looking to see if they can get those extra bit of eliminations to come through. Dollars and their team are currently sitting down with 5 eliminations so far. It is Zombie, Wolf, and Cole who are, doing their thing, and we'll see what that means for a lot of these guys as we continue to push closer and closer towards the next bit of that zone. Do remember to hit that like and hit that subscribe. Let us know who you're supporting, who you think is going to be winning this game at the end of the day, who's going to be grabbing home that winner chicken dinner. By the way, congratulations to Man City fans, to my very disdain on winning the Champions League. If you are a soccer supporter, I really hated that one, but as an Arsenal fan, but I'm very bitter about it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Extreme is taking out No Gaming completely. No Gaming winning game 1, going out here in the second game, but Extreme is on 5 kills in total. 2 for Zombie, 2 for Wolf, and 1 on Dollars. Beautifully done there by this team. They're starting to rotate in for zone, doing a very wide rotation on the edge of the blue. Oh, Wolf does get spotted by Apex, 33-10. Oh, and down goes Zombie as well. It's all down to Dollars, the last remaining play, the last remaining hope for Extremists. They did very well in the start of the game, and now they fell short right here in this rotation, rotating just too close to Team Apex, and it paid off for Apex. Let's see, what are they gonna do?
Man, crazy stuff.
Dollars picking up
Crazy stuff going down there as they find themselves in a very sticky situation right next to Team Apex here. And a couple of buddies just getting dropped left, right, center. And right now it's down to just the last guy. Yak, and I'm not sure why on my Android phone I cannot select Yak. I don't know why. On the Android I can select Yak. It's just a weird, very weird glitch. That Yak is in the team, but he's not showing on the Android. It's so weird. Anyways, all right. So.
Kate's right there in front. Oh, down it goes, and that is it for Extremers Fire. They did good, but Team Apex picking up 4 kills right there. Beautifully done. 6 kills in total for Team Apex. 33-10. He did go out, but he went out with 3 kills to his name. Beautifully played. So Team Apex left with a 3-man team. Still need to get into zone though, as the zone is going to start hurting. But right there on the edge, but they are very far. Look at that huge zone shift right onto the center of El Pozo. And you only got about 5 teams currently in zone. You have about 4 or 5 teams outside of zone. It's going to have to push into El Pozo. That's going to be tricky.
Yeah, we'll see what that means at the end of the day, as all of these teams will be looking to find themselves into what is a good spot within that zone. We're seeing that a lot of them are already beginning to make the rotations into what might be a very choked up spot coming in from that southeastern region. We do see A-Trucks and the rest of the teams hopping into the vehicle, moving around those vicinities. You also got several different teams already sitting down quite comfortable. The boys from Disparage as well as Dare are also heading towards that center. But Free Esports coming all the way from that southwestern region will find themselves in what is a very good spot that they can hold on to. We'll continue to keep an eye on all of these teams and how they make the rotations. On the other end, you have the boys from Dare who come into this game with a 3-man squad. Now, I can't even be sure if it's just a 3-man squad. I'm going to go check the iOS side, because sometimes I see 3-man and it is four. Okay,
Yes,
okay, it's
indeed,
actually three
three.
man. It's actually three man. Cause I don't know. I don't know about Android nowadays, man. I don't know about Android, but Android is like messing me up when it comes to like streaming and stuff like that. Like I give up. I give up. I'm finally going to buy into the whole argument that I should leave Android for good, like for good, and just be like iOS. I bow to your supreme holiness. You know, because this is the Android screen, and the difference in quality compared to the iOS is just miles. Like this is the iOS, and this is the Android. Like
No, definitely. iOS for streaming, but still for playing.
yeah.
If you look at your best phones, still running Android. For gaming itself, I would stick with Android, but for streaming, yeah, I would
So
move to
so even
iOS on
gaming,
streaming.
I still think it's
Definitely.
iOS. I still think that them. So the only thing that I think some Android devices have is that there are certain devices that are, should I say, customized, like heavily customized and really good to work with. Just some of them. Not all, not all.
Exactly. If I'm thinking about the Red Magic now, the features that you can individually set per game, just on the sound, just to make
Yeah,
the pass a little bit more louder for footsteps instead of gunshots. For that optimization,
yeah,
Android most definitely. But overall, I mean, iOS never had. It's always been
yeah,
good for gaming
exactly.
as well. Let's see, where's this zone gonna go? Is it gonna go all the way to El Pozo? Yes, it is. It is gonna be an El Pozo final zone. You've got a lot of teams currently still outside the zone there. Got Desperados with Aatrox. Now, I really want to see more from Aatrox. They've got some OP players. I mean, they've got Bearden, they've got Easy, they've got Baby in there, but they just aren't getting any points on the board. They still, after 2 days, only have 0 points on the board. So definitely, we need to see a little bit more from Aatrox
Yeah,
coming in
they've
here
not
in game
had
two.
quite the easiest of times, as all of these guys have been, going absolutely crazy, and the Ajax have not been able to settle down in and play the game that we know them to be capable of. But speaking about teams, we also got on the other end the boys from Habitual now beginning to get into the mix of things, as they will be looking to see if they can get themselves into quite a comfortable spot within that zone. But they've got several different teams around the vicinity as well who might prove to make things difficult for them. It is Rage Esports who are right here on top of this hill. Deji and his boys, we saw them get into the action yesterday. Deji was a thorn in the sides of, the boys from 10-11, as they found that he was absolutely stunning. There was a time when he was just hiding within a building, and he managed to even take out, I think it was CLS actually, to take out a couple of players from CLS and make it quite a very difficult one for them. But there's also the boys from Apex, who are now beginning to rotate around this region. They've got several different teams around this vicinity, Enigma, and Apex is trying to get into that zone. They know that there's several different teams around them, but here the action does begin.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as, it looks like Big 666 got his first knock there on Rage Esports. Knock and firsting links. Going to be interesting to see Apex. They did lose one play. They did lose 33-10, but they've got 8 kills on the board and a 3-man team picking up another kill as they're starting to push on and right there onto their Esports at the bottom. But it's still 2 more teams right there gatekeeping them as well. So it's going to be difficult for Apex to move all the way in. You got Day and you got Zero Esports at the bottom, both shooting onto Rage Esports as Apex are moving in onto Rage. Let's see what is Sispik 666 gonna do. Down goes DG, beautifully done. All down to Weak. Is 666 gonna get down Weak as well? Can they take out Rage Esports completely here? Wicks gets, I thought he was gonna get it at buggy and gun for zone. But no, he is gonna take on 666. 666 with beautiful little jiggle there, getting him down. And Apex gonna pick up more kills, but here comes the zone now. Got no choice but to take that burning buggy, or it's gonna be difficult. The zone is probably gonna catch up to Apex. As CXLD goes down, Cage manages to get right there on the edge. Big 666 as well, right in the edge, taking. Oh, he's going to get it. Revive it onto CXLD. And they've got a long way to go to get into that zone. And as that zone moved right center on Handle Gaming, they've got a very good spot, very good compound with Aatrox on the side, 3 Esports as well. The rest of the team's not going to have to fight for a little spot inside of that zone.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how this one continues to build out for all of these teams as they are looking to move into what is a very great central spot right there. Not sure what's happened to my screens. Just give me a second. We'll sort this out. Okay.
So we got Day Sports there coming into the zone right next to Habitable Gaming. They got a nice little warehouse that they can call themselves home in for the next zone. Zero Esports as well, taking the other warehouse. Man, everyone so far seems to get a little spot here inside the zone. Team Apex, they're right on the northern side, coming with a very wide rotation to the top side of the zone. They're going to run right into Team Aatrox, but you still got one that needs to get into zone as well. So how are they going to play this one? Who's going to get that first knock? Oh, down goes Desperat's Chaos. That's TMZ gets the knock. It's going to be difficult to get that confirmed as he is situated right in. Oh, down goes Aatrox, baby, as Apex pulls up right on top of Aatrox. Aatrox did look good. They're getting on the side of the map with no one near them, but in comes Apex. Apex gets another one down. It's all down to big 666 now. Last remaining player for Apex. Oh, and down he goes completely. Aatrox taking them all down, and that is it for Apex. Aatrox on 4 eliminations so far. 3 Esports now focusing on to Beeren there in the distance. Gets a couple of bullets in there, but just not the knock. 6 eliminations for 3 Esports.
Yeah, crazy times right there for the boys from Apex as they find
final
themselves
zone.
in what is quite a very difficult time as Beeren's boys do get themselves a couple of eliminations to Booth right there. And now here begins the onslaught as all of these teams will be looking to get themselves those maximum eliminations to come through. Free Esports and the rest of the players are looking to see if they can get themselves into a great spot within that zone. All of the action is beginning to ensue within that center. The boys from Free Esports, Habitual Gaming, and the rest of the teams are currently trying as much as possible to see if they can hold their own. It's quite a difficult time.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult to get in now. They've got this entire small zone, all between Habitable Gaming, One Esports, and there. In comes Aatrox as well, getting a small little piece of the zone. But 3 Esports in this barrage, as well as Zero Tolerance, all need to get on in the zone. And then they've got 3 teams all occupying the final zone. It's going to be difficult for them to
see
do
how that one does play out, but it does look like the boys from Disparage are beginning to get themselves into a little bit of trouble right there as the shots are coming through. It's just straight to push right in there. Just looking to see if he can get that revive. The shots coming in from a distance from so many different teams who are choked up within this vicinity, and everyone is now beginning to see if they can begin to take on the action. But speaking about action, let's turn our sights onto the boys from Aatrox as they come into the same vicinity with One Nation. Butcher and his boys holding down this area, but here comes Building looking to see if he can send in on the shots into the boys from One Nation, but it's easy who does popping those nades was not able to reach, but Baby's making that push from the corner. They've gotten a knock onto one of the players right there from One Nation, and they are dropping like flies as they continue to go down, and Easy is not letting them rest. He's going now for the juggler. Butcher looking to seal that elimination and take him back. He potatoes the DBS for a bit. Hopefully, luckily for him, that wasn't actually a player who was shooting back at him. If not, he would have been gone down. But it is what it is. He does get that elimination.
Beautifully done. 7 eliminations for Aatrox. Still a full team. They got zone. The Aatrox might just get the chicken here and get their first points on the board. This is exactly what they needed.
Yeah, absolutely. They are, by the way, continuing on with their push, looking to see if they can get themselves into that zone. They've got the boys from the Spirits who are right in front of them. As well, going toe to toe against each other. But speaking about teams going toe to toe against each other, we now turn our sights onto the boys from Free Esports, who are, still holding it down with a full team right here. They're down to nine eliminations to come through, and it's a very tough one for a lot of these guys around the vicinity. And looking for the last player right there from, I'm pretty sure it was Yummy, who is going to go down as the last one for his team.
Beautifully done this game by Free Esports. 10 eliminations, 5 coming in from Ramsey, 2 for Tims, and 3 for Rafai. Full man team. They are outside of zone. They've got to fight through Aatrox to get into that zone. But Free Esports on fire this game. Team Z taking down this branch Chaos there. They're going to pick up another kill point. It's going to be interesting to see, will they be able to get into the zone though? Getting into that UAZ. Oh, down goes Tim's. Bearden was just waiting for him. Here comes Easy, focusing on Free Esports here in front of him. Mundo goes down as well. All down to Rafai and Ramsey. 2 remaining players for Free Esports. Oh, down goes Rafai. That is it for Free Esports. Completely eliminated. And just like that, Aatrox on 12 kills in total.
Man, crazy stuff going down right there as all these guys are continuing to battle it out. The boys from Disparage now coming into the conversation right here. You can see the nades continuing to blast onto their position as Ups and Gaito are currently just holding it down with me being sent back into the lobby. We're down to 3 teams, and their esports definitely do have something to say about this. But Aatrox have been totally on fire ever since they took out the boys from Apex out of this game. Traitor is also within the conversation. He's the last one hopeful for his team. It's a 4v2v1. We won, and it would, with this one from coming in from the boys from Aatrox, it will be a miracle if the boys from there find a way to come out on top in this game. Traitor also getting into the mix of things right there as he does try as much as possible to put down Gaito. He actually does actually send him down to the ground for his team. But at the end of the day, it will be the boys from Aatrox who seal that victory and that winner chicken dinner, getting themselves along the way. What I do believe is 13 eliminations to come through, and what a beautiful game so far as we now seal our second game of the night.
Well played, Aatrox. Well done indeed. Beaten there with 6 kills in total fire. He was on fire that game. And finally, they managed to get their first points on the board. That is going to be a huge push on that leaderboard. Getting the chicken dinner, maximum placement points with 13 kill points.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff coming through right there from all of these guys. At the end of the day, we did see them seal the victory. It is Aatrox who do come out on top in this particular game, but we also saw a feisty fight going down between them and Apex. We will be seeing Apex coming back and boosting themselves all the way on top of the leaderboard. We'll find out that and much more at the next games that we have today. We still got 2 games to go, so don't go nowhere. Do remember to hit that like and hit that subscribe, and we'll catch you back in a couple of moments.
Do you think you've got what it takes? The challenge will be tougher than ever. In 2023, International Esports has a new home. Over 100 nations fighting for the championship in a celebration of everything that makes esports great. Who will rise up to the challenge? Who will be the world champion?
Hey guys.
Right, and
Yo,
there we go.
what's up? So let's refresh the leaderboard and see what's gonna happen. Okay. Let's see if it's refreshed and see where a lot of these teams are currently at. I'm not sure if it's refreshed yet. Okay, so we still see Apex in 17th position. So it looks like it hasn't been refreshed. So we'll just wait until the end of the next game. We'll just hop into the games right about now and join the teams. As it currently has not been refreshed. But regardless of that fact, do remember to hit that like and hit that subscribe. Let us know what team you guys are supporting. Who do you think is going to be taking home this one at the end of the day? Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful south to northern flight zone. And we got our next Miramar match again. Will we see the same team performing well here in game 3? Or is there going to be a completely new team in the same game? Team Free Sports jumping out of the plane there, going towards San Martin's side. Aatrox right behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. Be curious to see, if they can put up the same amount of performances that they did in the previous game and find themselves in a very, very good sport and continue to boost themselves all the way up on that leaderboard. We'll see how that one does pan out as all of these teams are gearing up for what is going to be an amazing time. We do find the boys from Knock and Lobby quite close to, I'm not sure what team that is, but they find themselves, I think it's Foul Play. Yeah, they're right next to the boys from Foul Play. Be curious to see, who does come out on top between these two guys as they're each just trying to get their loot on right now to try to, just get ready for the fight that's about to ensue between the two teams, and things are about to get super duper interesting between these guys as they are just getting their loot on. You can see Pales has his sights onto several different players right there in front of him, looking to see if he can take down one of them.
Almost looked like he was about to throw a nade into a window. Just would have been the wrong window.
Yeah.
But Pels is ready for Alexa there. Just waiting for him to push over to the rest of his squad. As the rest of Knock and Lobby is still looting away. And only Alexa is keeping him at bay. In comes Station 5. Pels right behind him. Looks like they get a gun for the solo player inside of this compound. He does have Shiki right across the road with him, as well as Captain 92. But it is all Elixir in this one building that has to take over a full team of our play, chasing him down. And looked like he managed to get away and over the road towards back towards his team. That is going to be a smart move indeed.
We'll see, what that does mean. But now we see Bell sitting on that mid onto that position where Elixir's currently at. Is able to do a little bit of damage onto Elixir's HP, but not able to drop him down. He goes trying to find some height, looking for that little bit of angle to see if he can get that knock to come through. And Pels, just putting in the maximum work to see if he can find that lead to opportunity. But the boys from Foul Play are not relenting. They're continuing on with their push right here up against Alexa and his team Shiki, looking to see if they can put them down to the ground. They're basically narrowing their line of attack onto the two players right there from Knock and Lobby, being absolutely smart the way they're making that push, with Shamus on the other end providing them some cover, while PlayStation and Pels and the rest of his teammates continue on to make that push. Curry also leading the charge right there, but it does look like they have gotten some intel and now deciding to focus their sights onto Captain. They're now turning their sights onto the other players right there from Knock and Lobby, while the others had gotten sort of a rotation around, and it is Knuckle Lobby, Captain, and Thing who are within this vicinity. It's a 2v3, or actually a 1v3 in this position with Captain now looking to see if he can evade them for as long as he can. But Thing coming in right there with some support, and he does drop down one of the players right there. Curry also backing up and putting his shots where his money is, and drops one of the players right there from Knock and Lobby as well.
Oh, he takes down Curry. Captain 92 knocked and firsted. And Sharmut still currently down, but Curry picking up one kill for his team. And Elixir trying to do the most as he can. Oh, what a beautiful nade from Fing there. Confirming Sharmut and knocking Station 5. And now it's down to Curry and Pels, the last remaining 2 players for foul play, with a 3-man team from Knock and Lobby. Knock and Lobby, actually, the very aggressive, very good team. Not a team you want to push in blindly. That first knock might just cost foul play here. Are they going to be able to get a revive in? Fing moving in right into Curry. Let's see, what is Curry going to do? Will Curry be able to get Fing down? As Fing did manage to heal on up. And Station 5 is still bleeding out. Pals coming in for the revive there. Curry pushing in again. It's a 3v3. What do you think? Who's going to win this one, Fire?
It's quite hard to tell as the boys from Knock and Lobby are continuing on with the push. Well, look at that nade coming through right there for Curry as he does drop down Theme to the ground and reduces the numbers to a 2v3 situation. Now it's left to Elixir to hold it down for the team as they continue on with their push. And Elixir has got to find a way to step things up. It is down to just him and Shiki as Pels and PlayStation are going to put it up onto this vicinity. They're coming in with 3 players. He sends on the shots. He's able to drop down 1, but the return fire coming in from PlayStation does seal the deal, and it will be Shiki with the support who does seal that fight through for the boys right there for Knock and Lobby. They did have one casualty, but at the end of the day, that man Shiki proved to be the myth who does seal that one for them. But also on the kill field, we do see that the boys from Aatrox are continuing on with the onslaught that they had in the previous game and going on to this game. They've gotten 1 elimination to boot right here as they do now begin to look to see if they can replicate the same performance that they had in the previous game.
Man, that was beautifully executed by Knock and Lobby. Just holding that angle and just taking down 3 players in 1 mag with a beautiful little cover fire. Right here in San Martin, we got Free Esports, we got Team Aatrox, as well as the fugitives coming in there from the northern side, from water treatment side, closer into El Pozo, towards San Martin side. And down goes Jealousy. Habitable Gaming. Habitable Gaming continuing their onslaught onto No Gaming as well, as No Gaming is now on their last remaining player. Shim from Aatrox currently knocked, as Free Esports starting to push on in. See who's going to win the San Martin, who's going to be the San Martin Kings. They got the revive in easy, just holding that balcony, trying to provide cover fire, trying to hold Free Esports off from pushing on in. And currently it's just across the road, everyone just shooting one another, getting the knocks in, but no one getting those confirms in just yet. Free Esports still a full team. 4-man team, 0 kills on the board so far. So will they be able to stop Aatrox right here? Aatrox won game 2 in El Pozo in the previous game. So we're going to see if they can do it again. Are they going to do good? Looks like Miramar is definitely their type of game.
Yeah, exactly. The boys from Aatrox are continuing on with their onslaught right here. Looking to see if they can take out with some of the different teams around them. Things are pretty much just choked up around this region, and you can see the building does drop one of the players right there from there. And here's where they now begin to make the push. Him, Asus, Baby, and the rest are now looking to see if they can pull up onto this building. They know they've dropped one of the players right there from there, but they're coming up against the Ops right here. As Ops there comes into this vicinity, he's not able to do any damage onto Quali. And she tries to get the shot, but now he's running away. Why are you running? Where are you going? This is the message coming in from Quali.
Why are you running
down to the ground?
Beautiful push there from Aatrox. Getting 4 eliminations, 2 for Bearden and 2 for Willison. Beautifully done as they tried to come in there for a third party and ran right into Aatrox. We still got Free Sports, still a full team right there inside of San Martin. And back on the 2 teams. Look at our zone shift there. It looks like the majority of the teams are currently inside of zone. It's only Habital Gaming and No Rage Esports with no gaming that are outside of zone. See what is Aatrox going to do here. Is Free Esports going to push on and Easy getting ready. I think Easy might have spotted one of them trying to move across the road closer to them. He's just sitting there waiting as well as Bearden. Baby and Easy holding a beautiful angle there on Free Esports. See their solo right in front of Easy. Deji getting knocked by Habital Gaming Yummy in the kill feed and confirmed with a DBS as well.
Right on the kill feed. There's so much that's going on right now. It is quite a tough time for a lot of these guys, but we'll see how it continues to build up for them. But talking about building things up, we're seeing that the boys of Aatrox are now turning their sights onto the boys right there from Free Esports, as they are now looking to see if they can take them out right here. Free Esports on the other end, you know, just we do know that there are no pushover, but Kwali's holding quite a good angle to see if he can stop anyone on the tracks if they do decide to cross those buildings. But he's changing angle. He's getting he's actually looking for a better angle to see if he can take on any player.
Ramsey on top of the roof as well. He might just spot Collision here. Oh, Solo managed to get into the building there right across from them as well. Free Sports, they have beautiful angles. Aatrox has good angles on them as well. And currently it's just a hold off between the 2 teams. And I'm pretty sure whoever team gets the first knock, that is the team that's going to might just win that San Martin fight. Team Apex, still a full team. Rotating right past. No kills for Apex just yet. Blazo now coming into play as well.
But my goodness, here it does begin. The boys from Apex coming in, trying to get that revenge up against the boys from Fugitive Esports, as they've dropped one of the players from Fugitives down to the ground. But here comes the rest of the players. Here comes Shin, looking to see if he can put in the work right there. The nades getting into that position where Shen is at. But this might just be the opportunity to drop down Code. He reduces his HP down, but Code comes back. And both of them will get put down to the ground. Ghazi still trying as much as possible to see if he can put up a defense for his team. Kage and the rest of the players. Kage is currently not within that vicinity. It is Cold who will get Cold and his teammate Kage. And his teammate actually is Beak, who will get that elimination to come through for them. And
3 kills on the board, and here comes Zero Esports. No Zero Esports now on a third party on Team Apex. Will they be able to fend off another full team here, Fire? Can they win this one as well?
Yeah, definitely the boys from Apex have what it takes to take on any team at all. But the real question here is, have they had the time to just recalibrate their thoughts around, because it's a different thing when you're getting pushed and when you're holding a defense. Can they defend this position? That's the thing, because they're not quite aware where the rest of the players are coming from for the boys from Zero. But Shadow and Cole are currently just lurking around, looking to see who they can take down. But speaking about lurking around, we can turn our sights into the boys from One, who are going toe-to-toe against Knock and Lobby. And we're seeing the fight beginning to ensue, that the mid going into that position where Slim Cat is at. His HP down pretty low right now. And here comes the push of Melissa. He gets that last bit of elimination to both, and then they seal that deal quite quickly. We'll turn our sights back onto Zero and Apex as they continue to see if they can get that little bit of opportunity to make that push.
Yeah, beautifully executed by Knocker Lobby, now standing on 7 kills strong. And here comes Apex, 33-10, trying to get an angle. He's got a teammate pushing on in, as 33-10 is going to try and provide a little bit of cover fire. Astro going into the compound right in front of him. And it looks like Zero, they actually managed to swap positions, as Zero was on the hills and Apex was in the buildings, and now they've completely swapped it around. With Zero now in the buildings and Apex on the mountain. Let's see, are they playing Ring of Rosie here? What's happening here, Fire? Oh, Aatrox now pushing into Free
down
Esports.
to the last guy. They're down to just Easy. He's the one who is left to hold it down for them, but he turns aside to hold that DB as he does the damage, and it's just the last player right there, as he is able to still reload and get that elimination to come through. The boys from Free Esports not being a pushover, they did get 2 eliminations. They were down to just the last guy. It came down to Easy at the end of that fight, but it will be Aatrox who did get the maximum points in the previous game, who come out on top of this one again. They've got 8 eliminations so far, as they do seal and take out another team. But let's go back to the boys right there from Apex, as they are now making the push onto the boys from Zero. I do believe they have gotten those eliminations to come through and seal that one.
Yeah, beautifully done. 8 kills in total for Aatrox. They did lose 2 players. And here comes Apex again. They've got 7 kills on the board. Beautifully executed for Team Apex. And now we've got our last 7 teams remaining. Quite a big zone for 7 teams. So it's going to be quite easy for them to get compounds. We might not see a little bit of action here for a while now. We have no gaming idea. The last remaining solo player right behind Extremist here on his eastern side. Moving into Impala. He might just run into Wolf right there. Team Apex completely alone into the junkyard next to the graveyard. Picardo empty, Power Grid empty, Knocker Lobbies securely there inside of San Martin with Team Aatrox, the last remaining 2 players from Aatrox. Looks like he's starting to move away.
That last player thing for Aatrox that's coming into this vicinity. Not too sure why. But that will be what he does at the end of the day. He does decide to just pull up onto this location and just stops around. I'm not sure why he moved away from his team, but maybe they've had the action coming through, and now Elixir and the rest of the players are looking to see if they can get a little bit of that smoke. They want the smoke, they want to look to see if they can drop the bodies.
Oh, Shiki with a 3rd knock there. Beautifully done, Shiki. And now down to Easy. And in comes Knocker Lobby now. Let's see, will he be able to get that revive on in on Baby? It's going to be a 3v2 as Fing and Shiki both crash in, and that is it. Completely wipes out Aatrox, stops him right there in their tracks. 9 kills in total for Knocker Lobby. Shiki getting that knock on Easy, and Fing Elixir just moving in there, full sending it right in. And taking out the final player from Aatrox.
Amazing stuff coming through right there for the boys from Knocker Lobby as they continue to grab those eliminations on that leaderboard. Shiki sitting down with 4 of those eliminations. Elixir and Thin also providing 5 eliminations combined, as they will continue to see how they can boost themselves up on that leaderboard. But let's see where the map is currently at, as we do see all of those teams moving towards that region around La Bendita. There's the boys from Habitual who are beginning to make the rotations around several different teams all the way from that northern area, and they might be getting into a little bit of shots with the boys from Apex. They're able to evade it for now, as Jealousy and the rest of the teammates who have lost 1 player, they're sitting down with 7 eliminations, might just be escaping this one. They found themselves a home within this warehouses, and we'll see how that continues to play out. For now, they've still got a pretty spaced out zone, as a lot of action has gone down in Miramar, and we know when there's early action in Miramar, we do find situations like this where things might be quiet for a little bit, but I might be made to eat those words as Yummy does go down. There's left with us Rango and Jealousy and Enigma. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, they managed to catch 1 from Habitable Gaming in the rotation, blowing him up with the vehicle and confirming that kill, leaving Habitable Gaming now with Jealousy and Brango, only 2 players left standing. They did manage to get 7 kills so far, and they managed to get top 10 in placement as well, so not a bad game for Habitable at all. With Jealousy on 4 kills, Yummy went out with 2 kills, and Brango left there standing on 1 kill. They can still do damage to these 2. They got Team Apex. Will they run right into them? Is this going to be our next fight? As you can see there, Jealousy, I think he has spotted them though, as it moves in closer there to 666. Going to be interesting to see if they can stop Apex right here at the tracks, or is Apex going to continue building on their kills, as they are currently standing on 8 kills.
Man, it is quite an interesting time. I'm also taking a look at the comment section as people are just talking about the DBS and it needing to be nerfed. We're talking about how it has become a really super overpowered, and I do agree. I'm not sure about you, Enigma. But I think the DBS has to be like the biggest nerf that's needed right here.
I don't think so. What is the DBS good for? For close range. You can't use it for mid range. You can't use it for long range. And I mean, if you think of it realistically, a shotgun is a bunch of bullets, close range, just spreading all over. And that is exactly what a DBS does. And if you miss 1 or 2 shots with your DBS, then you're gone. I mean, an Uzi or UMP, even a Tommy gun, is going to take you out, bam, in 1 second. All it needs is 4 bullets. With a DBS, all you need is 1 bullet if you can land your shots. So, for me, it does exactly what it's intended to do.
If you were getting shot up with any gun while you had a full vest, helmet, and all that stuff, it will take you some time before you get put down to the ground. There's a couple of shots that need to go into the ground, and I don't think that should put you down right. But anyways, before we continue that conversation, let's turn our sights onto the boys from Apex and Habitual. It's Habitual with a 2-man squad who might just be able to reduce the numbers for Apex. You can see Jealousy just spamming that nade onto that player from Apex right there. Look at to see if he can seal that deal, but the nade coming in from 310 is going to put Jealousy down to the ground. My goodness, 2 people getting the knocks at the same time. PUBG had to register one of those knocks coming through, and Code now putting up onto that position, looking to see if he can take out the last player from Habitual. There's Rango, who's left within the vicinity. He chose in that nade, but the return nade coming into his own side does put him down into a very sticky situation too as well. But here comes Kage sealing that one for the team.
Beautifully executed by Apex. They did lose big 666, but I mean, they've got 10 kills loaded on their kill feed. What more can you ask for? Beautiful placement, a lot of kill points. That is exactly what you need in NPL to push up that leaderboard. We look at our next zone. We've currently only Mad inside of zone, with the Extremist on the southern side of the new zone, barely making it in. No Gaming Idea still alive, with Desperage as well, currently with a full team outside of zone. Oh, Desperage actually have just a 3-man team. Knock and Lobby still alive as well, also with a 3-man team, 9 kills in total. And now you got Team Apex on the northern side, Northern Minas Generalas, that needs to push on in. And there's not a lot of space for you in the zone. This is such a bad zone to play in, and we've seen it so many times. You've only got Lapandita, that small little ridge. You got the only single compound occupied by Mad Gaming, and the rest is just all open fields with a couple of hay bales. There's not a lot of ditches, there's not a lot of cover, but Knock and Lobby, they've got the beautiful Lapandita edge there. They can gatekeep a lot of players from on top there.
Apex turning their sights onto the boys from Knock. A 3-man squad. I do think one of the players right there too Habitual, but the return fire coming in from the boys from Knock and Lobby does put Gargate down to the ground, and There's also some third parties coming through right there for the boys from Disparage onto the boys from Knock and Lobby, dealing them a whole lot of damage on their side. And you can see Elixir now has to see if he can get that revive onto Thin. It reduced the numbers down to just 2 players, but they've been very aggressive in this game. They've been absolutely impressive as they've been throughout the entire tournament, and they might just be able to still have a say in this game. We've still got about 6 teams left in this particular game. Tell us right now, who do you think is going to be taking this one home? Is it going to go down to the boys from Disparage, or is it going to go down to Team Apex? So still got a 3-man squad in this so far. Oh, the boys from Mad sitting down with a full squad with Amani and his boys, looking to see if they can pull up quite a great performance as we did see from them in yesterday's game. But let's take a look and see, what now begins to ensue right here on these heels as the boys from Knuckle Lobby will be looking to see if they can get themselves into that zone.
Yeah, Team Apex starting to make the rotation there right towards the final zone. Kage getting knocked with a vehicle explosion, just not getting out fast enough. Let's see, it's 33-10, going to be able to get that revive on in. Looks like he managed to do so indeed. Knock and Lobby needs to go in for zone as well as Mad. There's absolutely only one player inside of zone, which is Apex CXLD. With the rest of the teams, Desperate, Extremist, Mad Gaming, everyone outside of zone still. And it looks like Desperate might just crash CXLD in a full team on one player. Is never good news. Knock and Lobby is still trying to get 1 or 2 knocks there on Apex, trying to destroy the vehicles, make sure they do not get into zone. Down goes Fing. Beautiful return fire from 33-10, and that is their cue to get back to their teammate. See, is Elixir going to be able to get a revive in onto Fing? It's only a 2-man team left for Knock and Lobby. Mad Gaming starting to move on in as well. And Apex, they managed to take that compound right next to this barrage. And now this is where it's going to be interesting. Apex might, they're in a solid position to take this third game here.
A central position shots onto several different teams around them. You can see them to the side of the Knock and Lobby, Elixir and Thin are currently in the heat, but also the Extremists who might be looking to pull up onto that location where the boys from Knock and Lobby are currently at, and we'll just tune into them in just a moment. And you can see Elixir has a sight onto Wolf and Co are currently just rotating around looking for a spot to call home. And they've currently not found it. Dulles is also putting up into that same region. The shots being let loose from Elixir, but a little bit of potato here and there, and nobody gets hurt. And now they will continue to find themselves into a good spot in that zone.
Yeah, well played, Knocked and Lobby. Oh, taking down Marine there from... I missed that. Knock and Lobby thing goes down by Dollars. Extremists just doing all that they can, but Extremists and Apex, the only 2 teams currently inside of zone. This barrage right there, way on the outside, and 33-10 just tapping away at Traitor, making sure his vehicle is destroyed as well. They're going to have a difficult time rotating in. Team Mad as well, with a 2-man team standing. Knock and Lobby now, just Elixir left. 1 player left. And he's got Mad Gaming right below him. It's going to be anyone's game. Currently, I think Apex still has the best shot at winning this with a 3-man team left standing, 12 kills on the board. The only compound currently inside of the zone, but in comes the Extremist. Will they be able to stop Apex right here? They still got a 2-player. Still anything's possible. All I need is 1 or 2 knocks, and then it's a 2v1.
We'll see how that continues to play out with Apex holding what is a good situation within that center. Hold as well, holding what is a very beautiful position. Continues to send out the shots into several different teams around them, and we'll see what that means for a lot of these guys. Apex doing the Lord's work, doing quite well for themselves, and continuing to send on the shots into all of these guys around this region. That they use onto the boys from Mad and drop them down to the ground, but there's also Disparage who is feeling the hurt from that blue zone. and definitely the blue will be taking down out the boys from Disparage. So blue zone 2 OP doing the work right there for the boys from Apex, as they will now continue to see if they can seal this one through. Top C's on that corner. You can see if they're 310, trying to see if we can get that
Yeah.
pop those smoke. Now Code is going for the juggler Enigma.
Apex definitely going to take this one. There's 2 left for Extremists, only 1 left for Mad. And Apex is the closest to the zone. Unless the Extremists here, they can do something amazing. Top C19 taking hits there from Apex as they are being rotated there, completely surrounding him. And this might just give the Extremists some time to focus to get into this next zone. Maybe get a knock or two. As Top C now focusing on Extremist, while Apex is focusing on Mad. Oh, what a beautiful nade from CXLD. Taking out Mad, and now it's all down to Extremist and Apex. Kagi almost going down here by dollars. Wolf currently knocked on down. Apex definitely taking this one. They got zone, and it's only dollars left standing. It's a 2v1 at the moment. Unless they can get a revive. I notice the Kagi is up. Beautifully done by dollars. Nox and first CXLD. He went out with 7 kills. Now it's 2v1 via 3310 and Kagi versus dollars.
And Dollars is continuing on with his onslaught right there, as he just dropped down one of the players from Apex. Now turning the side to 3310. We can see if we can put him to the ground, but there's also nades putting up onto his position. They're quite aware of where he is at. He needs to be super careful. He's now down to 1 HP. One more nade onto this region might just seal the deal for the boys from Apex. But they've got the blue zone doing a lot of damage, and 3310 does get damaged a little bit, but that final nade pulling up right there does seal the deal, and Apex will be grabbing home that winner chicken dinner, getting themselves 15 kills along the way, and that does seal the 3rd game of the night. Absolutely amazing stuff.
Man, CXLD with 7 kills and 3310 on 6 kills. Beautifully done by Team Apex, getting the 3rd game on Miramar. Well, that is it. We're going to take a quick little break. Make sure the teams lock and load for a final match here of day 2. And we'll see you guys now.
Last one has not been recorded.
All right, and there is our leaderboard after game 2. Game 3 has not been updated just yet, but you can see the Active Gaming pushing up that leaderboard, as well as Free Esports and No Gaming, both coming in there. Aatrox as well, coming in there from the bottom at 23rd place, moving all the way up to the 8th place with that second game chicken dinner, landing on 23 total kills. They got 13 eliminations and a chicken that game. And just look how far they shot up that leaderboard. But still leading so far, still 10-1 gaming with 69 points in total.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see, what that does mean at the end of the day as we'll be hopping into the games immediately to see, where all of those teams are currently at Enigma. But before we go into the games, like we'll just hop into the game. We'll just hop into the game straight up because I'm not sure what happened with the. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
There we go.
I wanted them to see your pretty face before we join the game.
Yeah, finally starting to pull in a little bit better on the webcam.
Yeah.
And welcome, guys. Finally, I can see you too. Looks better on my side. It should look better on your side. Yeah. We're going to jump into our final game of NPL Day 2 of the rain split to see who's going to take the final chicken dinner here tonight.
All right, so we'll be hopping into the game in a moment to see, who is going to be leading that chart. But first of all, let's take a look at the map and see where things are currently moving towards. The second game, I couldn't bring in the map because for some reason the game started off pretty fast. Didn't allow me to get my map groove on, so I had to use only 2 devices in that one. But it is what it is. It is the situation that has been situated. Okay, I don't know what I just said, but anyways, it is what it is. All right, so let's take a look at the boys from Apex, who find themselves around the vicinity of 1, and it is Big that does try to evade the boys from 1. They tried to crush him over with a vehicle, but somehow he did manage to stay alive in that one and evade them for now. So kudos to him, as he will now be joining the rest of the teams from Apex and moving into a better position.
And with the zone, looks like we might just have a small island zone. Oh, Ajax getting knocked there with knock and lobby. They 2 teams going back and at it. Gonna be interesting to see who's gonna win that fight. Yeah, as Aatrox busy reviving Bearden. They already picked up 1 kill on knock and lobby. But can knock and lobby take them out? Aatrox did pretty good in game 2. Fell a little bit short in game 3. This is the redemption game. Oh, down goes Sam as well. Now down to Easy Baby and Bearden. It's a 3v3 against knock and lobby.
Amazing stuff coming through right there, with HR still somehow battling things out, but they have now gotten 1 casualty to put in this particular one. But Easy finding himself in a situation where he's in between 2 teams right there for knock and lobby, and HR's now beginning to feel the heat as they have 2 buddies currently sitting down to the ground. It's now left with just Building and Sus Baby to somehow hold it out for them. But at the end of the day, the voice from knock and lobby will be sealing that one through. It is Bala Blue who does come in with the final clutch for his team. Him and Alexa put up a great performance in that one up against the boys from Team Aatrox to battle it out and win that fight and dominate in this position. So kudos to them as they do seal that game through, and we continue to take a look at the map and see where all of these teams are going to be making their rotations through. Guys, we haven't asked this question yet. Like we saw, pretty much a different kind of lobby yesterday. It was 10-11. It was active gaming. It was several different teams that continue to try to perform well. CLS. What do you think? Do you think that when we do mix the 2 lobbies, we're going to see a more aggressive gameplay? There's still Afro Esports, who has not come into the conversation alongside with Team 21. So we're curious to see, I do think, Enigma, that things are even going to get a lot more should I say, scary, because imagine a lobby filled with Apex, filled with Afro Esports, filled with 21, Active Gaming, 10, 11, CLS, even Free
Exactly.
Sports. The amount of firepower within that lobby is going to be tremendous. So yeah, it'll be curious to see. As things continue to move down towards the finals, it's going to be super amazing to see. How all of these teams shape up themselves.
100%. That is going to be quite a match to spectate, to see how those top teams battle it out. And I mean, you've got so many aggressive teams, and I feel this is actually pretty much split up evenly between aggressive and tactical teams, between the two lobbies that we saw from yesterday and today. Oh, it looks like Blue, he managed to get that key. How he's going to get himself an AWM there. That's going to be dangerous in his hands. He's not taking it. What is Blue doing? He's got an AWM right there in front of him. Powerful sniper who's going to come in handy, especially on those bridges, as we're going to have a military base probably zone. It's definitely going to be on a south small island. And then you already have this barrage and Fugitive both on the southeastern bridge. There's only going to be Knockin' Lobby on this side, by Malta's side. You have Handle Gaming, No Gaming, Mad. All the rest of the teams going to have to fight their way to get across that bridge. And we're definitely going to have to see a bridge camp coming in here, fire.
Yeah, we'll see what that does mean for a lot of these guys later on, as they will continue to see if they can perform a lot better than they have so far, and things might just be getting super duper interesting on this game so far, as everyone is just gearing up. They're just hopping onto their vehicles. The boys from One Nation are not too far away from the boys from Apex, and we might be seeing something going down between them pretty soon. But what's the full Apex? Is Team Apex, right? There's a name that's attached to them. I'm not sure. It's aside from it being Team Apex, there was a, or maybe it's their former name. I'm being confused. I'm not sure. But I know somebody's corrected me before.
Never.
But anyways, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, just taking a look at that map. We're seeing several different teams now beginning to hop onto their vehicles. There was some Zero. Zero is another team that I don't think I know them. I don't think that I'm quite aware of who they are. But speaking about knowing them, they are getting a little bit peppered for now, as they have the players to come down. But now Karma continues to send on the shots right there onto Dollars and Zombie.
Let's see, in comes Zombie now. They've got one knocked on Team Zero. Zombie now pushing on in. Zombie alone versus a 3-man squad. Let's see, what is Zombie going to do here? And down goes the Extremist. Completely wiped out in game 4. And looks like if you quickly switch to Apex, Apex is busy camping out One Nation there. And they are definitely going to run into our next fight right in Lipovka, as they are completely surrounding Team One Nation there.
Yeah, definitely. The boys from One Nation have been getting, pretty close to the boys from Apex. And this might just be the time when that fight does begin to ensue. The boys from One Nation are deciding to hop into their vehicles, looking to see if they can get themselves into that zone. But one or two players might just be dropped. As you can see, the boys from Apex are currently just waiting for that one little bit of opportunity to take them down. Butcher and the rest of his boys hopping into the vehicle. But now it is Butcher feeling the hurt, as he does get dropped down by Karge. We had seen him just waiting and itching for that opportunity to take down at least one of their players. And that's exactly what happens right here. And now this might just give the Team Apex the opportunity to pull up into this vicinity to take them out.
Yeah, Apex not going to let this one go. They know they've got that first knock and kill. They know it's a 4v3. They know exactly where the whole One Nation is. And here comes CXLD, just full setting it as best as he normally does, right into the warehouse, right into One Nation. And let's see how is he going to play this one. How's he going to be able to wipe them out? I love watching Apex, the aggressiveness, the way they play two people always cover firing. ZXLG just full sending it always into, doesn't matter what team it is. Just such interesting gameplay coming in here from Team Apex. Can One Nation stop it right here? He's got 33-10 right there on Slamcat. Oh, what a beautiful gas explosion. Shot the gas tank and takes down. One down goes Chucho as well. And One Nation is in trouble. It's only Papa Kojo left, and he's got a vehicle. He's going to gun it for zone, get a little bit of placement for his team. He's going to get out of there. He knows there's no way he's going to be able to solo Team Apex.
Now look to find himself into a better spot and try to get into that zone. But speaking about the zone, taking a look within that central position, there's so many different teams that are currently situated quite well for themselves, and this is the moment where things might not begin to turn on its head. Traitor and his boys are holding quite a good spot within that central region. We're curious to see, how that one continues to build up. But this is the moment. This is the time for a lot of these guys. Apex coming in all the way from that central eastern region as well, towards that vicinity where the boys from Foul Play are currently situated too as well. They also will be looking to see if they can find themselves into a good spot. They might see something ensue between the two teams, Team Foul Play and the boys from Team Apex, as they're also within this same region. We'll continue to keep an eye and see how that one does develop for the two of them. But there's also No Gaming, who's also now around the breach, and they'll be looking to see how they can continue to perform well in this particular game. We'll continue to keep an eye and see how that one does build up for them. But do let us know right there who you think is going to be sealing this game through, who is going to be grabbing that winner chicken dinner at the end of the day. All right, guys, it's up to you.
We got quite a lot of teams gatekeeping those bridges with this new zone now finally showing it will be on the southern side of the small island. There's going to be no way it's going to move back up north that far. And you got this barrage on the southwestern side completely blocking the bridge, with No Gaming in the front side, with Zero Esports now moving in as well. And on the other bridge you got the Knock and Lobby with No Rage Esports as well, and Play Zone now starting to come into play as well, getting a couple of kills in. No Play Zone, always MVP of every single game.
Yeah, the Play Zone doing its thing right there as he comes through and tries to take on several different boys around. We'll see, what that does mean for these teams right here as they continue on to see, if they can perform quite well in this one. But if you were to give your prediction, Enigma, who would you say will be sealing this particular game? Who would your money be on?
Well, in this game, currently on where they are located, this barrage is in the best spot where I think the final zone might end up on. So this barrage would be my first guess, but I mean, Team Apex is Team Apex, and they haven't gotten a chicken dinner just yet. So this might be their game.
Yeah, we'll see what that does mean for them, and see if they can seal the game through and finally get another winner chicken dinner to booth in this game. But it is what it is. And the boys of No Gaming are beginning to get pressured up on that breach by several different teams, looking to see if they can cross over, as the boys from zero now within this vicinity, Henro and Wagwan, looking to see if they can push through. Be curious to see how this one does. The boys from zero. I haven't really heard much about them or who they are, but they've been putting up quite some noise right here within the second day of the MBL and doing their thing. So let's see if they can continue to perform, well.
Yeah, that bridge is completely locked down with No Gaming in the front of the bridge, and you got this barrage at the back side of the bridge. It's just going to be no way. And Team Apex now on No Rage Esports on the other bridge fighting to get across there. Apex getting that first knock on in. Apex getting down their GMVP. It's all down to the last three remaining. You got Lynx, Acid, and Weak. That's focusing on a full Apex team right here. CXLD does get taken down by Weak. Beautiful return fire. Here comes Big 666's nades. Oh, what a beautiful nade from Acid, confirming CXLD. And that is a huge blow for Team Apex, with CXLD being their main pusher, just full sending it always into every team. And unfortunately, this time he ran right into No Rages. Oh, here comes the vehicle, almost knocking down one. And it does actually run down. Kage gets taken down, Big gets down. It's all down to 33-10. And Team Apex, they just ran themselves right into 2 easy knocks there. And 33-10, the last remaining player, taking a lot of damage there as well. I think this might be it for Apex.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like it for Apex, as they're down to the last player. It's just 33-10, who has to hop into his vehicle and try as much as possible to flee away from the boys right there. What a difficult position for them, as they now will be turning the sights into getting into that zone. And it's not every day you see the boys from Apex just running away from a fight, but it's definitely what it is right here, as they will now be, looking to, hop into that zone right there. Not the best of things for them, but it is what it is, as they will be looking to see if they can salvage a couple of points in this particular game. Apex and Aatrox not having quite the best of days so far, or the best of games so far in this final game, but they might just be able to grab those extra bits of points. But speaking about points and speaking about teams who are looking to grab those points, we're taking a look at where they're currently situated, all the way within that zone right there, and we can see them just inching closer and closer towards each other. The boys from Mad and Fugitive Esports going toe-to-toe against each other, all the way towards around that southwestern side. The boys from Mad sitting down with one elimination to boot, as they turn the sights up to the one who has to turn away and escape from the ops right there, as Sting is looking to see if he can get that one bit of elimination. Turns the side onto Shen, but he's not able to connect the shots, and they will be holding this position for now.
Yeah, beautifully played. And I can see it in the kill feed in Knock and Lobby now, focusing on No Rage Esports, as well as No Rage Esports took out one from Knock and Lobby. So they're continuing to fight on the other bridge, as on this bridge. You still got this Pros, you still got No Zero Esports, you still got No Gaming, and the zone moving away from the bridges now towards the military base southern side of the map. And it's going to be extremely difficult for these teams to all get on in that small little area right there. You've still got military base. Mad Esports managed to pick up one kill. They did lose many, but still a 3-man team, 13 teams left, still anyone's game. And those bridges are just on fire at the moment. So many teams left on the main island that needs to either find a boat or gun it across this bridges that are just complete on lockdown.
Yeah, we'll see, what that does mean for a lot of these teams as they continue on to try to get themselves into what is a good position. The boys from Mad are continuing on right there to get themselves into what is a good spot. But now we turn our sights onto the boys from No Rage, as they've got the boys from Knock and Lobby within their vicinity. They continue to send on them shots onto their position, and it's not looking quite the easiest for them as well, as they will be trying to see if they can play this one out quite well. And it's actually DME and Knock and Lobby that are within these positions right here. They're trying to look to see if they can take out DME, who sees the rest of the players right there from No Rage Esports right in front of him, and he's trying as much as possible to see if he can make sure that he evades their shots that are coming through, and that Weak does peep for a little bit up against me, but he's not able to connect the shots. But coming in from behind is also the boys right there from Knock and Lobby, so the boys from No Rage Esports might just be getting choked up from both behind and in front, and you can see that Lanes does get dropped down. It's just left with Weak and Acid to somehow hold on to their life for them in this position.
And it's going to be very difficult. You got a team on your back inside of zone, gatekeeping you. You've got a team behind you with One Nation Papa Kojo as well coming in across that bridge. Just so many teams, so much chaos, all on one bridge. What do? You cannot leave. You got a team gatekeeping you. You want the kills behind you, but they are still holding their positions as well. There's not much you can do. It's just heal off. Use all your mates, everything you've got. Use your throw balls. Try to smoke yourself and play and see if you can get on in. His back wheel is shot on out. Wick is going to have trouble getting across this bridge. Looks like he's rather going to take his foot much easier. And he's running out of meds. He's only got 3 first aids left. And with this zone being so small, it is going to start hurting a lot. And here comes Demi now. And Dips just full sealing it across this bridge. Let's see how they're going to play this one. They get one down. Demi goes down. And that is it. It goes completely by Wikia from behind. And that is going to give them an opportunity to get a revive in, get a couple more meds and ammo from the death crates, and gun it for new zone. As Knocker Lobby has done the same. They left that bridge. They left the gatekeeping with foul play. And they managed to get into this new zone.
Yeah, they found themselves into what is a favorable spot right there. They will now be looking to see if they can get themselves into a good spot within that zone. But speaking about the zone, it is now inching closer and closer and closer towards that region around military base. And you can see that's only 3 esports who are sitting down within that central position. Apex still down to that last man coming all the way from that northern side. We still see the boys from the esports, Mad esports coming in from that southwestern region, looking to see if they can get themselves into that zone. A lot of places are going to be totally open, but there might be some builders to work with all the way around that south central region, and Friendship esports and Mad esports might find themselves within those positions and look to see if they can perform quite well. Knuckle Lobby is also rotating among those axes, so we'll see what that does mean. The shots are already beginning to fly as the boys from No Rage Esports are sending on the shots onto the boys from Foul Play. They're down to a 3-man squad, so they've still got the bodies in this one to make it work, as all of these teams are continuing to see if they can get themselves into a good spot.
Yes, normally in these rotations, that if you do not rotate carefully, if you do not have a good scout, or if you just blindly by accident drive right past the team, that's where you lose the most of your players trying to get into that final zone. But we do have about 4 teams currently inside of zone, with Desperados and the rest starting to make their way in. And it is Mad Gaming just catching one player there off guard in that rotation. And they're going to be able to get into the new zone as well. No Range Esports and Apex, both still in the military base side, still focusing on trying to get a little piece of the edge of zone. But Habitable Gaming is going to make it difficult for them, taking the majority of that northern zone. They've got both sides pretty good covered. They got 2 on the plains and they got 1 across the road behind the containers. But Desperados and Free Esports, they are pretty well situated inside the majority of the center zone, where it might just go. Knocker Lobby is going to run right into foul play as well. It's just chaos all over, Fire. It's so difficult to read these games and rotate in with a full team.
Yeah, absolutely. It is proving to be one of the most difficult things for a lot of these guys, as they will be looking to see how they can hold up a great position until this game through. We still got a couple of teams right here within this zone, regardless of the amount of numbers that have been dropped. There's still 11 teams, but we still got just 26 bodies right here, and you would think that a lot of teams have been dropped down, but no, these guys are being absolutely outstanding. But we'll see if we can turn our sights onto the players right there from Foul Play and Knock and Lobby, who might just be getting into a little skirmish all the way up around that southeastern region. There's also No Rage who are going toe-to-toe as well. They're sending on the shots from a different team, so it's bouncing at every single corner. Ballot Blue does get dropped down. It's down to the Shiki in this position to hold up against the boys from Foul. This might just be setting things up for him as Curry and PlayStation come into the vicinity. He drops PlayStation down. Can he take down Curry too as well? He's fighting on for their life for his team, but Curry with that Jago does seal that fight for his team. Foul Play.
Beautifully executed foul play, winning that edge of the zone, unlock the lobby, And now the zone moving away from them yet again. It was closer towards the military base, right onto no range esports and have the game. Esports have the edge as well, focusing on to this barrage, trying to gatekeep them from coming into this new zone. But no rage esports, they're looking very good there. Taking center northern side of that edge of zone. They've got plenty of cover to work with. The whole fence, couple of rocks and ditches, and you've got no gaming very far outside of zone with foul play that needs to focus on getting on in. Mad goes down. You're focusing or running right into this barrage. This barrage gets one knocked as well. That's very difficult to fight your way into this zone. So this barrage down to 2 players, Vibes and Traitor, getting that revive in onto Chaos. And you got Mad Sting right there just waiting for an opportunity to take one of them out. He's the last remaining player. But he gets spotted by Vibe. Let's see, can Vibes get... Oh, down goes Vibes. Beautifully done. But here comes Traitor from on top. And he takes down them completely. Foul play getting knocked as well as they're trying to rotate in for zone. And last 6 teams remaining fire. 6 teams, only 17 players.
Yeah, amazing stuff for all of these guys as they continue on to make that push and try as much as possible to see if they can get themselves into a good spot right there within that zone. You can see all of them trying as much as possible to see if they can edit for now, as it will be really tough. All of the guys are continuing on, you know, to put themselves in a favorable spot. They're sending on the shots and who does put down Chaos to the ground, and it's just left with Traitor in that position. And he's down with 1 HP, and that will be the end of the final game, courtesy of Ramsey, as it does put Traitor down to the ground, and the down to 2 teams left. He now turns the sights onto the boys from foul play, but he does get a good goal as well. PlayStation 5 will get dropped by Ramsey. He's the man, he's the myth, he's the thunder, he's the legend. He's continuing to put down player after player down to the ground, and it is the boys from foul play who are now feeling his heat. Ramsey is the man, and now he's popping up the smokes. He's got to heal up, and that will be done and dusted for a couple of players right there for the boys from foul play.
Currently, Habital Gaming looking very good. They got the zone as the zone moved away from No Rage Esports, and they got still foul play and no free esports. That still needs to get into the zone as well. Free esports have Curry focusing on them from the side. They need to take care of him ASAP to be able to fight their way into zone. Otherwise, he's just going to be a nuisance coming in here from the side, as he's just tapping away at anything moving currently. Oh, Ramsey does get a couple of hits in there, just not to knock. Let's see, what is Curry going to do? Curry needs to get into zone as well. Is he maybe going to see if he can get a kill or 2, or is he going to try and go in full zone? Free Esports gets in a vehicle. They're going to run right into Habital Gaming, right in front of him, as they are just waiting. But beautiful use of the vehicles here for cover. Managed to get into zone. No Rage Esports managed to get into zone as well. They're still a 3-man team with Wick on 5 kills, Acid on 2 kills, and Lynx on 1 kill. 8 kills in total for No Rage Esports.
Yeah, absolutely. The boys from No Rage Esports coming into this same vicinity right next to the boys from Habitual, and be curious to see, you know, what that does mean at the end of the day, as all of them are looking to, you know, get really strong finale in this final game. They want to get those maximum points. Habitual has not been able to get any kills so far, so definitely the placement points will mean a whole lot to them. Rango and his teammates are now looking to boost into that zone, but he's still outside the zone. Why are you outside? Why weren't you going in? What's going on? What is this?
Oh, he knocks himself. I think he got confused there for a second. I mean, both sides of the zone looks good to me. One just hurts you and the other one doesn't. But he gets knocked, he knocks himself, and he gives the kill away to another team for them. No free esports here on Yummy by Habital Gaming. Habital just not getting any hits in there. Oh, he's got the biggest vehicle to hide next to, which you clearly can see from underneath. But he gets completely shot up there with vehicle explosions. No Rage Esports has one knocked as well. But here comes Habital. Wicked. Can Wicked do something for his team? Yummy and Rango did absolutely no damage, no kills at all. It's all down to Wicked.
Man, I'm not sure exactly what that was, but it did feel like there was some panicking coming in right there. Rando, I'm not sure what his plan was, but the confusion and his compass was not compassing, and he found himself being taken out right there by the play zone and confirmed by the ups. But we'll now see, we'll now turn our sights onto, other teams. Was from Free Esports. They have Rafai, who's been dropped down, but Ramsey is still holding it down in this particular game. He's got 2 eliminations to boot, but those eliminations do not tell the full story, as he's been absolutely a menace in this game. He's been holding it down for his team when it mattered. Now turns the sights onto Wicked, puts him down into the ground, but it's still Curry in front of him, and we're down to 6 teams. Teams gets dropped down as he's walking into that zone like he's got level 5 vest, but it will be Ramsey who tries to hold it down to the side to Curry, drops Curry down to the ground again. Ramsey is continuing on right here to try to see if he can seal this game for them. He's got Weak and Links right there in front of him. Can he get that revive just in time? We know that he has been doing the work. You've seen him get elimination after elimination when it counts for his team and basically carry them single-handedly into this position. Can team provide him with the backup that he needs to seal this game up against Lynx and Wick? We'll see, how they do in this one. But Enigma, just take us through this one.
2v2, but how beautifully did No Rage Esports play this one while they had one. Oh, what a beautiful knock there onto Wick. I was about to say they did a complete split there on both sides while Free Esports were all behind one little tree, but just like that, they managed to get that knock. Oh, down goes DMZ now. Now it's Ramsey, the last remaining player, versus who's up? Lynx now in the vehicle. He's on outside of zone, and it is Ramsey that takes it down. Free Esports win the last and final game here in day 2. Man, with 9 kills in total. And No Rage Esport in second place, also with 10 kills in total. Beautifully done. But even foul play, Curry, he came solo, 3 zones back, made it all the way for his team to third place, managed to get 6 eliminations for his team, and ending it off for his team with 8 kills in total. Beautifully played there by foul play. Curry, definitely in my eyes, must be the MVP for this match.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff going down from all of these guys right here at the end of the day. We still see that our MVP going all out right there is Play Curry. On the other end, our finisher is Ramsey, best companion being Acid. So great stuff going down from all of these guys right here as we do seal our final game of the night. And with that, we'll be saying thank you to everyone who has been here with us, who has been supporting and watching over and over again. It has been quite an interesting amount of games so far. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed the games that you've seen. Do make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let us know who you guys are supporting for the rest of the games that are going to be coming through. Check out our leaderboards on all of our social medias and tell us who you think at the end of the day is going to be sitting down in that number 1 spot. For now, it looks like it's going to still be 10-11, but you never really know. Maybe, just maybe, Apex has found a way to sneak all the way into that top. Find out on our social medias, and we'll catch you guys same time tomorrow. See you then.
See you tomorrow.